So I'm going to go up the Uwharrie Trail, up, and then staying on. I'm going to try to camp around Yates tonight, and then I'm going to hit up the Dutchman's Creek and come back around, back to the car. Hello. I just realized that what I filmed earlier, I did it in the wrong angle. I did it in vertical on my phone, so it's not going to come out right if I try to edit this video. So start over here. All right, so this weekend I was supposed to go down to the low country and camp down there, but the plans got changed last minute. As of this morning, plans changed. So I had to pivot because I had it in my brain that I needed to sleep outside this weekend to decompress. So I pivoted and I started looking at weather. And in the South Carolina upstate and in West North Carolina, there's a pretty good chance of rain this weekend. So I looked over. So my next thing is to always look at the Uwharries because it's kind of like northeast-ish of Charlotte. And they don't have a big chance of rain this weekend. So here we are in the Uwharries. Well, not we, me. Here I am in the Uwharries. I'm doing the figure 8, the Uwharrie-Dutchman's Creek figure 8. Should be about 18, 19-ish miles. We'll see. I'm getting out here kind of late. I don't think I started till late in the afternoon, 3:30, 4 o'clock. But that's okay, because, it's still technically summertime, so the sun ain't setting till 8 o'clock. So it's all good. But speaking of summer, gosh, it's way too hot for me to hike backpack in the summer, but just because, or in my area, because it's so hot and humid and I dehydrate so easily. So summers are usually reserved for kayak camping. So, and I usually don't start back up backpacking season until the fall. And while it's still technically not fall yet, it is giving smaller fall weather in that it's only going to be low to mid 80s, and that ain't bad. I think or that's the highs. I think the lows are 69 and 70. So it's going to be pretty mild, which is nice. The last time I was in the Uwharries, it wasn't this green. It is so pretty. Look at this. So pretty. Look how pretty. These boys are everywhere. One of these days, I'm actually going to learn how to distinguish ones that are edible. Ooh, I almost put my face on that. I don't know if you can see it. Spider right there. Climbing up. Can't see it. Ew. Anyway, one of these days, I'm going to actually take the time to learn which mushrooms are edible, and that way I can do some foraging when I'm in the backcountry. That would be really cool, but I don't want to end up what's the guy's name? There's a whole documentary and then a movie about him. It's about Into the Wild, where he went up to Alaska and he ate a poisonous plant by accident and couldn't get help. Chris something. I don't want to be like him. 2 miles in, we're still going to head north on the Uwharrie. into a huge spider web. Ew. Ooh, a yellow one. Ha. Ooh, this is a wavy one. Ooh, this one looks like a bowl. Oh, looks like a faded red one. That looks like a Pac-Man trying to run away from a ghost. Starting the climb up Dennis Mountain, and I know this is going to be a steep one, and the bugs are out. I'm going to be moving a little bit slower, and the mosquitoes are out, and I forgot to bring bug spray. Ugh. That's a pretty flower. I'm like 4 3/4 mile in, and I'm currently serving as a buffet for mosquitoes. They are awful out here. Oh my goodness. These mosquitoes are eating me up. Enter type 2 fun. I'm like almost 5.5 miles in. I'm trying to get to 7 miles before the sun gets down too far. It's like just above the mountain line. But I smell somebody's food. Must be campers nearby. It smells really good. I don't know what they're having, but it kind of smells like pizza. And it smells phenomenal. Apparently this video is going to be about nothing but mushrooms. Oh, look at this. It looks like an upside down shower head. I made it to the service road for the Wood Run campground, which means that Dutchman's Creek is just a little bit farther. And that means I should only have about a mile-ish left to the place I want to camp at. Yay! All right, so we are at the intersection now with Uwharrie and Dutchman's Creek. This is where the first part of the loop like connects in the figure 8. This is where the 2 loops connect. So when Rest Stop and I were doing this earlier this year, we pivoted our plans and just made it a small loop. So today I'm going to keep going straight on the Uwharrie northbound, and then tomorrow I'll be going that way and I'll loop like around. Tomorrow I'll be following these yellow blazes on Dutchman's. But today I want to just get maybe about a mile or so more, because I'm going to lose daylight soon. And then we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Look at that. Somebody done cut up a whole bunch of firewood for this site. It's a dry site, so you have to pack in your water here, which honestly, with all the mosquitoes, that might not be a bad idea, because I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes, and it's probably going to be bad down by the creek where I want to camp at, but I'm going to need water. I like camping near a water source. But this is exciting. I've done this part of the Uwharrie Trail when I did the Uwharrie through hike, but I've not done that other half of the Dutchman's Creek, so I'm excited to see what that looks like tomorrow. Here we go. White blaze. Just like Foothills, Art Lobe, and the AT. So cool. I forgot how open this section is. Like, it's open but not open at the same time. You're not in the bush, so it's open. I forgot how open it is. It's so pretty, especially with all the green covering the ground. It's like a green carpet. I've had no less than 3 gnats fly into my eyeball. They bad out here, but not bad enough to pull out the head net. And I got stung by a biting fly, or got bit by a biting fly. So that was fun. Wow, look at that blow down. I guess I'm gonna have to go around it. I can't, there's no way to go through that. All right, found home for the night. Okay, finally got camp set up over here. I'm over by the fire pit and I'm having some supper. So tonight, it's in this bag, but it's a like half of a Peak Refuel beef pasta marinara, something like that. I have to split those meals in half because they're always too much to eat at the end of a day. On a short, like 1 to 2 night trip, they're just too much to eat. If they're longer trips, then yeah, you're gonna be more hungry. So that, and then I added this bone, well, let's see if I can get it. Hold on. That bone broth just for a little extra protein on it. I forgot how much I love how just completely dark it is outside in the woods with no ambient light. You're just surrounded by darkness, and that's one of my favorite things at night, because like that's the best way for me to decompress, because like we're just not meant for, I wholeheartedly believe we're just not meant for like the hustle and bustle and the, you know, instant gratification and like 10-second video clips and all that stuff. So sometimes I just need, when I need to decompress and just reset, just being out in just complete darkness in the woods is what does it for me. So I'm very excited about this. So I'm just trying to shove down this food because I'm actually not very hungry, but I know I need to eat just so I can go lay down because I'm tired. Good morning on day 2. I slept really good last night. It took me a while to get to sleep, but once I did, I was out. There was an owl hooting right as I was starting to fall asleep, so the owl kept me awake for a little while. But I'm waiting on my coffee to finish. So I have one of my luxury items in the summer is a fan. It's a ceiling fan in my tent. I don't know. I'll try to show it later. Or maybe I'll put in a little picture. And so that was so nice, except my fan died, so I had to charge it. And it was like the weirdest sensation because it was both hot and chilly. Like I was sweaty and chilly at the same time. Like I had, like it was chilly enough to put over, I have a Zimbivi quilt. I think it's like a 50 degree. It's way too hot to bring it, but I was like, oh, let me bring it just in case. And so it was chilly enough to put that over me, but then also at the same time, it was too hot to have it on me. It was so weird. But I finally got comfortable enough after the air was circulating, like the fan was blowing, after I got a good charge. But let me tell you, it's humid enough out here that I put like these clothes like hanging up on the little thing. There's a little pocket inside my tent. They're still wet from sweating yesterday. Oh, maybe you could see it from over here. Let's see, hanging up. This my fan. It's wonderful. Good old ceiling fan in the summer. Anyway, my power bank is down to like 20% after having to charge my fan and my phone last night. So I think that just solidifies what I was already going to try to do, and that was just to finish the figure eight today. I think it should only be about, I don't know, 12 or 13 miles, so that shouldn't be bad. Basically just got started and heard a gunshot off in the distance, so that reminded me that it is officially hunting season, which means I need to probably start wearing the Hunter Orange on the back of my pack, just because I do a lot of solo stuff. I think it gives some peace of mind to those back home and myself, because it gives me some visibility if I'm not wearing bright clothes. It's like a perfect round ball on top and bottom. Whoa. First one on trail in the morning. If you know, you know. Spider webs right in my face. Yuck. Yay. That means only 5.3 back to the intersection of Uwharrie-Dutchman's. And then from there, I think it's only 6 miles. Oh, yep, confirmed. 2427 trailhead, 11.2. That's where I'm headed. This is awesome. Look at that blue sky up there. It was supposed to be rainy today. Idealistic trail right here. Like the blaze, tall trees lining it. I like it. They're all over. I think I just swallowed a spider. I felt a silk on my cheek and then something in my mouth, and I spit it out immediately. Didn't see it. I think a spider just went into my mouth. It's over a small little stream, but it's got this branch that's holding it up too. Time for a snack. Been out. Just did this little creek crossing and it got ate up by about 100 more mosquitoes while filtering some more water. Oh, gotta go across. Yellow blaze over there. Oh, more mosquitoes. There's actually a really big campsite just on the other side of the Dutchman's Creek where that sign was. Lots of space out here. Nice. Now that's fun. I wouldn't call this a rock scramble, but fun nonetheless. Creek crossing. Climbing away from the creek, and this is just exciting just because this is the part where you're actually on like a mountainside, which you don't expect, like I was talking about yesterday, and I really enjoy it. Snack break. Second blowdown. Maybe this one is a crawl underneath type situation. Kidding, not gonna go under. I'm just gonna go over right there, I think. So I did not go over. I did end up taking my pack off and coming under, because when I got up there to climb over, I saw some bees. So there might be a little nest up there or something, I don't know. So I ended up, like, I took my pack off and then I had to like plank, like sidewalk in a plank underneath. And that was a lot of fun. Okay, I finally made it to the top of Lick Mountain, and I'll say that typical to the Uwharries, there are a lot of just straight up, but it's not as bad as what the elevation profile on All Trails would have you believe, because even with all those straight ups, there are some switchbacks and some flat sections kind of peppered in there. So you did get to catch your breath some. So don't pay attention to that All Trails profile, the elevation on it. It's not so straight up all the time. It is some of the time though. So, but it's just not as bad as what it would say. I would call that maybe like a, I don't know, moderate-ish. I think Dennis Mountain is worse. And Dark Mountain is definitely worse. I know, we can barely see it through the trees, but if it were like winter time or early spring before the foliage came in, you would get this view of that mountain on the other side over there. Very pretty. Been going down this descent for a while. Not my favorite. Okay, I think this must be the rock scramble that folks were talking about in their review. It does look like a lot of boulders because it is, but it's really, the trail just moves along like this, and then it's gonna come up here. It's not really scrambling, but it's definitely a lot of loose rocks on the actual trail part that goes up and up and up. You see that blaze in the distance, and that was even coming down some by that point. So this must be what they're talking about. A lot of loose rocks to look out for, but definitely no hand over hand that I've seen just yet. Here's a better view of this boulder field. So cool. Wood Run Trailhead parking that way. Tempting, real tempting. But I'm gonna stay the course. I'm very hungry. I think I'm at that. Yes! I made it to where I wanted to stop for lunch. Nice. Yum. Also excited. Just got done with lunch, and the hiker trash urge to take a dirt nap right now is strong. All right, back on after lunch. I'm only like 15 minutes later than I wanted to be back on trail, but gosh, I was just taking my time, and I did not take a dirt nap. For the record. 6 miles. Here we go. Let's knock them out. It happened. Had to pull out the bug net because these gnats are insane. So I'm just going to have to look ridiculous and burn up because this thing is hot. But I'm tired of them flying into my eyeballs. They've been flying in my eyeballs all day. And the mosquitoes too. They've been biting my ears and my face all day too. Maybe I get a little bit of relief from it for just a few minutes before it gets too hot to wear this thing. This is a nice big rock garden up on this ridge. It's so pretty. Look at all these rocks. I wish there was a breeze up here. Get these bugs away from me. I haven't been capturing a lot just because I'm just ready to get out of here. But we're crossing the Super Tree Trail for the second time. This one is a bike trail and a hike trail. Actually did a little bit on that earlier this year just to get a little bit of extra mileage in. And it was really nice because there wasn't a whole lot of like roots and rocks like you would find on a hiking only trail. It was more smooth for the mountain bikes. So it was pretty luxurious.
Hey, how are you?
All right, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh, there you are. I think I got about 2 miles left, and and now I'm starting to hear road noise. That's always exciting. And when I was coming out of camp this morning, a little bit ways down, I saw somebody packing up. Somebody else was camping. This guy was camping. He just passed me, and he's running, like trail running, but with a fully loaded backpacking pack, like full pack, not one of those little like vest or whatever. Like, good for him. That's impressive. Oh, I see Wood Run Road, and that means the parking lot is just ahead. Almost there. Best view of the day right there. So my watch did eventually end up tracking distance again. So that plus the time when it wasn't tracking distance based on signage alone, I'm going to estimate like 12 and a half-ish today. And yesterday was 7.5-ish. I think it was a little over 12 and a half today, a little under 7.5 yesterday. So about 20 miles for figure 8, Uwharrie-Dutchman's Creek Loop. I will say that I ran into, what was it? Well, it was like 5 day hikers, 4 trail runners, like 2 mountain bikers, and 1 backpacker. So that was really cool. And I got to actually talk to the guy that was running with that full pack. I caught up to him when he stopped to take a break. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, overall, really good trip. Got it done in 1 night instead of 2. I'm gonna say, if I had to rate it, I would say moderate to hard. Certainly not strenuous. And the only reason why I'm gonna say hard is just because of the straight ups and the straight downs with the lack of switchbacks. And the mosquitoes. Oh, the mosquitoes. Okay, bugs on this trail. All right. I've had to deal with millions of gnats. Just smacked another mosquito off. Millions of mosquitoes. Let's see, I had a tick on me. A spider went in my mouth. And I saw a little baby snake. And that was about it. So I'd say overall it was a good trip. Recommend it to anybody who wants to get in a quick 20 miles. Until the next one.